What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today I feel like just giving you guys a ton of videos again, because why not? The week blast that I did not too long ago, where I posted a video every weekday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm gonna do again, because why not? But this week I've decided to pick a theme for the week that I will carry through all 5 days, and those are gonna be re-reviews, as you can tell from the description and the title of this video, because a couple of reasons. One, there's a lot of pens that I've owned for years and years and years and years and years and years. A couple of them I have done re-reviews of before, but even those re-reviews, the one that was done the earliest or latest, whatever, the most recent one was still like 2 years ago. So it's still time. And today, I decided to do mostly Pilot pens, but that is only for this week, because I am actually going to re-review every single fountain pen in my collection, which, if you watched, or not many of you did, if you watched the video that I posted last about how difficult it is to count how many pens are in my collection, you'll know that there is 39 of them. So it's going to take a long time to do all 39 of those pens. And mostly I have pineapples. Oh my gosh. Pilot pens inked up right now, because I'm actually going to not only re-review them, but I'm going to compare the 3 most popular. And then I'm even going to do some videos inking up pens that are actually in my to sell list, basically, some of which have been in there for multiple years and I haven't used them in multiple years. So I have so many video ideas coming for you guys. It is nuts. And then, of course, I still have new pens coming in that I'm going to be reviewing. So wowie wow. There is so much to do with so little time. So that said, I'm going to actually flip the camera around and start talking about today's video, which is the Pilot Custom 74, which, fun fact, is one of my all-time favorite pens and is actually one of the most viewed fountain pen videos that I have posted. Both the original review, it was 8 years ago, something like that, and then the re-review, which was like 3 years ago or something like that. So let's get to it. So just very quickly, size comparison. I've just put a Pilot Metropolitan next to the Custom 74, and then next to that is a Sailor Pro Gear, not the slim version. This is the regular, quote-unquote, large size. It is not large. And then a TWSBI Diamond 580 AL. So that way you guys have some size comparison, basically. And now, because my camera zooms in so much, I'm going to put the tripod down here and start writing for you guys, because this pen is awesome. It's going to bug a lot of you that I have the medium sticker on here. For whatever reason, other than my custom 823s, I tend to keep some of the stickers on my other custom pens. The Metropolitan, I don't remember it coming with the sticker. If it did, clearly I removed it, but I don't know. I don't know why. I just don't. So this one I've had for many years, like so many years I don't even remember. This is just the regular blue version. I keep saying one day I'm going to sell it and pick up the ice blue or the forest or the Merlot. And I just have never done it, because every time I go to spend money on a pen, I just end up buying a pen I've never used. So yeah, check out, like, for further, details, if you want to see like other videos, my thoughts back then. Spoiler, I still really like it. It is a gold nib pen, and this is not focusing. There it goes. It is a gold nib pen. This is 14 karat. It is Pilot's number 5 size nib. They have their own proprietary sizing. I would say it's a little bit smaller than a typical number 6 size nib, but it's not like, crazy small. It fits the size of the pen, I think. Plastic feed, but what's nice is these fins are really, really sturdy, so you can just pull out the nib and feed from the grip section because it is just friction fit. Pretty standard body, kind of the torpedo shape, all semi-transparent. And the thing that bugs most people is that the grip section here is also semi-transparent, which means sometimes you can see if ink gets stuck there, which isn't a huge big thing for me. But if you do have like 100% clear grip section, then that does bother some people sometimes. And then it does have Pilot's proprietary Con 70 converter, which is the push button. Most people complain about this because it's really hard to clean out. I don't find that at all. I literally just get an ink syringe and shoot a bunch of water in there. Easy peasy, no problemo. Like I said, this is just friction fit, so you pull it out. So this pen is extraordinarily easy to clean, very light. It is almost all plastic except for like some metal components here, but fits very nicely in my hand. I really like it. The threads are nice and shallow, so you don't feel anything. It does slightly flare up at the bottom here, so your fingers are not going to slip. And then the cap does push to post. Fits pretty nicely. It does slightly backweight it for me, but if you have larger hands, then I would say I have larger hands for the average woman. I mean, I'm like a millimeter shy of being 5'10", so I am taller than most women, but I would say I still have smaller hands than most men. So I think, people with larger hands would want to post this pen, but you certainly don't have to. And I really like the design of it. But what I really, really love is the way that this thing writes. So let us try it. And clearly it wrote no problem, even though I've been swinging it around. And even though you probably can't hear, there's actually an air conditioning vent directly above me that is blowing right now. So it's actually got air blowing on this pen, and yet it still did not dry out, which is really, really awesome, because you never want your pen to dry out. So you got the quick brown fox, jumps, beauty, and the ink is KWZ. It smells like coffee. And oh, it smells so good. It smells like a sugary latte, and I absolutely adore it. So the biggest plus and the biggest drawback to this pen, depending on who you are, is while it is by no means a flex pen, absolutely not, but it does have a decent amount of line variation. So the way that I always describe it is like shock absorbers on your car, or shock absorbers on a bike. Like when you're writing, you do feel that shock absorb. So it really is bouncy without being flexy. That's kind of the best way that I can describe it, which gives you such a smooth ride. The pen itself, like the actual nib, is very smooth also, so you don't get a ton of feedback. Now, on their finer nibs, you do get a little bit. It's almost like writing with a pencil, not quite. But with the medium nib, while I would say it is a finer medium than a European medium, it's not a whole lot different, and you do just get that much extra bulk with your line, that much extra, contact with the paper that can smooth out that ride for you. As far as reverse writing goes, all right, it did stop the flow there, but I went really, really fast. It does write, you can get to like an extra fine, but you get basically no ink flow. So if you have a lighter ink than this brown, you probably won't see much. I think the reason why I love this pen so much, and I'll never get rid of a Custom 74, is that this is one of my perfect pens. I love the way that it feels. It is pretty wet without being like runaway. There is one Pilot pen I have that is runaway wet, that you'll see later. But this, honestly, guys, like, is perfectly wet for me. I adore the way that this feels while writing. And again, some people don't. If you like TWSBI, for example, that is a very common one. If you really like the way that TWSBI's writing experience is against the paper, that very stiff feeling, then you probably won't actually like this pen very much, because you don't have that stiff, like, graphite pencil experience. You really do get a smooth ride. And like I said, the shock absorber in your car is the best analogy that I can come up with to explain what this feels like. So do I recommend this to people? 1,000% yes. Oh my goodness. If you can swing it in the budget, this is a pen that I really believe should be in almost everybody's collection. Like I said, there's a few people I know don't like it because of the way that it feels, but I think for the vast majority, this is a really perfect pen. I think it's appropriately sized. I do think it's appropriately priced. I mean, to be fair, everything's gone up in the last few years. So I would say it's approaching the point where it's probably going to be potentially questionable. I'm not sure. It's up to you. But to me, I really love it, especially because you could potentially look at aftermarket places and get it for basically dirt cheap, but then you don't know who's used it before. So up to you. But regardless, enough rambling. Do I still love this pen? Almost probably a decade after I bought my very first one, which, fun fact, actually was a fine nib, completely transparent pen. Yes, I still absolutely love it. I will never not have a Custom 74 in my collection. So yeah, years later, Carrie approved. But let me know in the comment section down below, is this pen also you approved? If yes, if no, let me know and let everybody else know in those comments. And while you're down there, you might as well hit the like and subscribe, because with the exception of this week, new videos come out every Monday and Friday and the occasional Tuesday. And then also check out the link in the description if you want to help support me and what I do here through Patreon. I would very much appreciate it. But either way, the fact that you are still watching right now, you're the reason I make these videos. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.